What's up, y'all? It's your boy Smurs1. Today we're gonna be checking out the new album from Nas. You know, that's one of my favorite rappers. And his new album, King's Disease 3. Check it. All right, before we get started, first we're gonna do our graffiti artist shout out. All right, today we're gonna be talking about the homeboy, Anthony Lewellen, or Lee Wellen. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but also know him as Antic from the UFG crew from Chicago. Now, Anthony has been putting it down since the early 90s, and I got wind of him when I was a young graffiti artist around 1992, 1993. And at the same time, we were competing in the CTA competition. My crew, CBS, was a part of the CTA mural competition that happened in the early 90s and mid 90s, where the Chicago Transit Authority had competitions. I think they did maybe about 3 or 4 competitions where they gave graffiti writers free range of their properties to paint murals, and then it was a competition. And the winners of the competition, they either won college scholarships and stuff like that, or art supplies. So it was a great thing for the city, because the city was trying to combat all of the vandalism that we were doing around the city. Like, we were like wrecking CTA. So I guess they was like, you know what, let's give these kids something to paint on where they can do full bodies of work. And I got whim of Anthony then, because his crew, UFG, won the competition. They won those college scholarships, and everybody in the city was like, damn, them dudes was dope. But Anthony, he went along from changing, you know, he doesn't go by his tag name anymore, Antic, and he goes by his real name, but he's grown to be one of the premier street artists in Chicago that does these huge murals on sides of buildings. He does canvas work, he does prints, and then he also had a book that he put out called The Process, where he shows his sketches and then showing where he start to the end result. I think he's a dope brother. He has an ill style of art, of illustration, his characters, his environments that he put his characters in, and then just his overall clean use of color and composition. You can check out his website. I'm gonna put his link in the description, and then also check out a few of these pieces that I put up. Check out Anthony's work. He's dope, and that's the artist shout out for today. All right, y'all. All right, let's get to it. Nas. If you know me, you know Nas has been one of my favorite artists, rappers, since he came out. And he's got a whole body of work. We all know that. He's been in the game damn near 30 years. And we're gonna be talking about his new project, which is King's Disease 3. This is his 3rd installment of this project with the producer Hit Boy. They've done King's Disease 2. They did an album called Magic. Now they're doing King's Disease 3. All 4 of these projects has been solid projects, but which makes this project even dope. Nas didn't use any features. He just went in there and banged this one out himself. It has 17 tracks. Out of the 17 track is 1 bonus track that's on there. It's a solid project. At first I had to listen to it for a while, because I've been trying to get used to Hit Boy making beats for Nas, and you can tell that he's a well-rounded producer, but sometimes his beats sound like it's being forced to make a sound for Nas, and I think that's what the first 2 King's Disease projects did for me. So I wasn't really checking them. There's a few songs on that I really like, but this 3rd one, my boy Riot told me to check it out. I listened to it. I was like, He was like, nah, bro, check it out. I was like, I'm still want Nas to do album with Premier. We all do. All Nas fans want an album with Premier, but my boy Riot said in due time if he do it, but he get it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what, you right, bro. Let him do this. Wherever he is as an artist, he'll get back around to it. But back to King's Disease 3. The production style, Hit Boy used samples, and he layers his samples with synth sounds and other keyboard and bass lines and stuff like that. One of the tracks that really stand out to me from the production side is the one with the Legit, and that's when he used the 5 Heartbeat sample with your boy singing in there, Eddie Kane, and that's one of the standout tracks to me. Out of all the 17 tracks, I would say about 6 songs is solid to me. Another song is 30, where he talks about his longevity in the game, 30 summers. Like you can give Nas his props alone for being in the rap game for 30 years. And, it's been trending about the line he gave about Pete Rock. Pete Rock tried to sue him for the sample or some royalties or whatever for The World Is Yours. But, hopefully them brothers can chop it up and get past that, and then we can hear some great music from them, because they both still dope as hell. Another dope song is Thun, where he talks about his friends from Queensbridge and friends he got outside of the industry that he still shows loyalty to. And I think that's dope. The beat is dope too. That's like on some classic New York Nas type shit. Those type of beats, that's when Nas is in his pocket, where he can really rhyme about and really stay focused on. Another song is the Hood to Hood. That's dope. Just telling brothers to chill out from all the way across the country. Hood to hood, you can really do some things. But like you said, brothers, put the guns down. It's time to get focused on something else. King's Disease, man, is kind of dope. Like really, if you check it, let it play. You know what I'm saying? Nas is in his pocket, and you can see the maturity and the level. Everything is just ain't braggadocios like a lot of hip hop is right now, and he's really taking it outside of that, because he can literally. We all know he's rich. He can just do that to death, but he really isn't. He's opening his book and opening his writing skills to really touch on a couple of topics, like First Time. That song First Time, he was like, man, the first time he heard such and such rhyme, the first time he heard me rhyme. And when you really think about that, when you got a lot of first times, you kind of put yourself in a mind state of where you were or how things were when you heard things for the first time, and he touches on that. And that's the type of concept rhymes that I be loving, that a lot of rappers don't do. Y'all don't be on that concept stuff. So it's kind of dope to see him, bring out certain concepts. I would say the first 10 tracks of this album was like bam, 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 real solid. But after 10, it's kind of like, start going down for me. First Time was on that second half of the album, but the first 10 is the solid listen of this project. So I would say it's dope for him to hold down this whole album with no features. I love how Nas record. He doesn't use overlayers and dubs for his voices. It's just a single track for his vocals, and he may throw an ad-lib or effect or something on his vocals. I always think that's dope about Nas. So you can hear every word that he's saying. It's not too much going on with his vocals. And then just the overall mix of the album is a real clean mix. And at this point in 30 years, I know he knows what he's doing when it comes to mixing and mastering his albums. Like the production style, I would say that Hit Boy, he really hit this one. And I don't know if they're going to do any other projects, but I think if this is the last one, if they keep going on, I think he finally figured out the chemistry with producing for Nas and seeing what type of music that they're making. Let's see here, but yeah, in a nutshell, that's it. I get this album a solid listen, So you know, check it out. Tell me what y'all think in the comments, and you know, we can go on. In a nutshell, it's a solid album. Check it out. Tell me what y'all think. It's been out maybe about a week now, maybe close to a week. So I know a lot of people have the time to sit on and marinate it and listen to albums like I do. You know, I'm so critical. Sometimes I can just listen to an album and love it for what it is, and then the producer, hip hop head in me, start dissecting and critiquing. So tell me what y'all think in the comments, and yeah, we go from that. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I know it's been a minute. I ain't did a video in a while, but like y'all saw, I was moving to Africa and shit. So now I'm settled. Now it's time to get back into this music and start doing some videos. And I respect all 200 of y'all for subscribing with me. So hopefully y'all can give my subs up. So thank you for checking out my 2 cents. And this is your boy Smurs1. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.